Hey there, welcome to the Movie Live. If you watched the video yesterday, you know that there's some internet issues, especially where they've been lowering the internet in the around here. But for now, welcome to the Cult of Cinema, and welcome to my first official Frightful Friday. So what does Frightful Friday mean exactly? Well, you may get some of my horror collection video in here. I'm going to be talking about some of the sales stuff that's going on. I'm going to be talking about some of the news over the week. I'm going to be talking about Severin. I'm going to talk about Unobstructed View and my thoughts on the sales there, and how surprised I was about a couple of things. Hey there, Alan. You got a good one today, dude. I'll be letting you guys talk about some stuff that you guys picked up over the last week or so as well. So we're going to make this one pretty free flowing, and we're going to see how it goes. Hey, Emily, did you get anything else from Unobstructed View? Hey there, Scholar. I know you got those 4 titles. I ended up grabbing Beast the Magic Sword right now, Manson Family, because hell yeah, that's out of print. And for my better half, I got her the Joseph von Sternberg stuff. I'm gonna get the Scorpio films, the sex, new wave, whatever it's called, collection. A couple of a lot of great stuff, and a couple that are out of print. So not every one of these, I'm not quite sure how out of print these are, because some people live in the U.S. and some of these are easier to get. When I mentioned the Joseph von Sternberg set, well, they can get that in the U.S. apparently, not so much here in Canada, unless you're getting it from a seller. But a couple that I know went out of print recently were the Severin Bruno Mattei's. Hey there, Brian. So Zombies the Beginning and All of the Living Dead, which Severin had a sale on a while back, and they sold that out. And now they can't sell those Bruno Mattei ones anymore, so those are gone. Those are on the Unobstructed View website. Necromantic from Cult Epics, which is quite a pricey one to get here in Canada, and I'm not quite sure if it was a limited edition, if it's sold out or what. But the Blu-ray one is, it costs like $60 or $70 to buy, and it's like 20 something to buy on Unobstructed View, and it's Canadian money, by the way. Lucio Fulci collection, which a viewer made me aware of, because I'm like, oh, is that? I'd seen the collection there before, and I thought it was just still in Severin. I was unaware that the set was out of print, and that it had the eroticist in it, which, by the way, is not an easy film to get. Not through, like, in North America means. Hey there, Chris. So yeah, the Lucio Fulci collection has 2 great films on it, plus the eroticist, which is is a hard to get. Hey Ramon, which is a hard to get film, and one that was really pricey. And I don't know if this one's out of print or not, but I'm intrigued. Black Devil Doll with Tales of the Quad Dead. So that's that DVD. I know it's pricey to buy online. I'm not sure if it's out of print or not. This one's a free-for-all, Chris, so we're going to be doing a lot of stuff. I'm going to be looking into, you may see some of my horror collection tonight. We're going to be talking about the sales that are going on. Hey there, Ryan. We're going to be talking about some of the stuff that you guys may have picked up recently. I know some people here picked up some pretty amazing stuff. Whether they want to share that or not, that's up to them. But I know that there's been a few. I only picked up 4 things from the Unobstructed View sale. The fact that blows my mind is that there's so much there that they have that's out of print or hard to get, and it just hey Danuch, welcome, man. People just seem to be like bypassing it a bit. Hopefully they're going to get some good sales with this. They deserve it. It's a great sale and definitely a great site. Initiation Children of the Corn from MVD. Oh, nice. Watch Initiation. Let me know what you think. I really want your opinion on that one. Children of the Corn is Children of the Corn, but Initiation's a classic, in my opinion. That's the truth. So I'm going to let you guys speak for a minute. How about if I sit here in awkward silence, let you guys talk? Because I'm going to do part of the horror collection thing, which people ask about. So we're going to get that there. But I want you guys, this is your Friday. I don't normally do a free-for-all type Friday, but I'm going to give you guys kind of an open floor tonight to talk about some stuff, to bring some stuff up, to mention some stuff. especially I like horror stuff. The Criterion Fantastic Journeys by Carol Zimmern. Is that the one, the Munch Shows one you mentioned yesterday? I don't have it. There's a lot of Criterion I don't have. I wish it was Friday 13th. Oh, man. I was talking to my kids earlier. That's a good question, right? So has anybody grabbed in the Scream Factories now they're going into print? We talked about that fact that some more Scream Factories are going into print. Hey there, Ricky. Welcome back, man. Are going into print. Has anybody grabbed any of that stuff? Yep, the Al Adamson set is unfortunately not shipping until May. But considering the work that they put into the set and the fact that what's going on right now in the world, May is actually pretty good, to be totally honest with you. The street date now for the Al Adamson set is May 26th. They say they are going to try and ship it a couple weeks early for people that have pre-ordered it. Some people got upset. Hey there, Dave. And canceled their pre-orders because of the fact there's even one guy on the certain website was a major douche. I won't say his name, but he was like, I can't believe, how can you not have my set coming to me on time? And they're like, well, crap happens in the world, dude. Sorry, this whole thing caused some inconvenience for you. It's like, well, yeah, don't use that as an excuse. And it's the kind of fan you want to slap. It really is. Because I'm sorry. Talk about your first world problems. Your box set is coming a little late. That's not just my box. That's my birthday present. I can get super upset about it too. But you know what? That's not going to do anything, and that's the least of my problems right now. Vintage horror movies. That is a good subject. But yeah, did you see it? Emily, did anybody see the stuff on there? Hey, JR. Oh man, and the fact was that not only did he say it, but he went on, like some people called him out on it, right? And it's worth looking into on the Severance Facebook page, by the way, if they haven't taken it off. And some people called him on it. And do you think that would stop him? You think he'd be like a little embarrassed by, oh no, I guess maybe I jumped the gun and I was a bit of a dick, right? No, he just doubled down. And he's like, well, yeah, like, that's my opinion. No, it's not your opinion. It's just you're being a jerk. That's the thing. It's like it's frustrating. It was hilarious to watch, but I can't imagine that. Hopefully, like he anyway, he got his money back, and hopefully he never gets the set. I'll be honest with you. Hopefully, like the set goes to somebody that likes it, that appreciates it, that is excited that the Al Adamson set's coming out, and some people actually canceled their bundles, bundles of Ghastly Horror. So great news for people that didn't get the bundle of Ghastly Horror and wanted to upgrade to get that poster with the guy's like autograph on it. Yeah, last time I checked, you could do it, and that's pretty cool. Still, if you're a big fan of Al Adamson, and if you're an even bigger fan, hey, Bordo, we're definitely trying to be safe. We're stuck inside, that's for sure. She's not going anywhere. She is totally isolated. I'll make sure of that. If your life depends on a video showing up at your door during a zombie apocalypse. Yeah, I think I missed that episode of The Walking Dead where Rick was really upset because his Al Adamson box set wasn't going to make it on time because the zombies right there. That must have been the episode of Walking Dead that I missed out on. That one bypassed me. I bet it was riveting, but I missed that. It is. What are you upgrading to? Do you have like the smaller bundle and then you're upgrading to the bigger bundle, or you got the set and you're thinking about upgrading to one of the bundles? Because it really depends on on what you're into with it. Now, for me, this was a birthday present. That was one of the reasons. But my better half knows I'm a big fan of of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I actually really like that movie, and I'm a big fan of stunt guys, the stunt work. So the biggest like, biggest thing for me was to have the stunt guy that inspired Brad Pitt's character from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood on that, his name on that poster. That's huge for me. Welcome back, Captain Hart. Do I have a 4K player, or do I still stick? Oh, I got them both. I got 4K and I got Blu-ray. I got DVD. I got Laserdisc, man, and VHS. I'm definitely all about the collecting, and for me, it's the film, not the format. So I'll go with a lot of different. Depends on what I like. Best epic horror movie ever made. Well, I like Black Christmas. That's my favorite. I think that Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1974 is one of the best horror films ever made. Like in my humble opinion. Well, then the guy that Brad Pitt's character is like based on is his autograph is on that poster. Do you like that retro '70s T-shirt that they got in the set, Emily? Because for me, when I look at that T-shirt, I think of Pod People, and who knows the MST3K episode Pod People? Just like really, just if you do, say so. It's one of the best MST3K episodes. If you haven't seen it, I strongly recommend that's your viewing over the weekend. I'm not a big fan of Bram Stoker's Dracula. To be honest with you. I like certain aspects of it, but overall, I prefer. I'll be controversial. I prefer John Badham's Dracula. For me, that's more of an epic in the way that it was done. But that's just me. That's the era I grew up into, right? So, Pod People is hands down one of the best Mystery Science Theater episodes of their entire run. If you have not seen Pod People and you're a Mystery Science Theater Riff Tracks fan, get on that. Pod People is amazing. It's definitely one of their funniest. And it is, I'm pretty sure, by Jean Picard Simon, who made movies like Pieces and and films of that ilk. You'll know it because the guy in Pieces, the young guy that has the unfortunate ending at the end of the movie Pieces, you know what I'm talking about. I won't give it away for people who haven't seen it. He's one of the main characters of Pod People. He's a singer, and there's this sequence in Pod People where at the beginning of the film where he's singing, and there's like I guess his producer and I guess some groupies or something, like some in the background, and they're listening to him like sing a song, and the guy has this very 70s white shirt on. It says like "I'm a virgin" on the shirt, and it's just look up that scene. It is so funny. I can't describe it. It's a Mystery Science Theater scene. Pod People, guys, you got to see this. What are my thoughts on Nosferatu? I love the original Nosferatu. No, it's not the same as Invasion of the Pod People. It's by Jean Picard Simon. I think that's how his name is done. The guy did Pieces. It's not about pods. It's not about people. It's all about pain. You're like, are you younger, Ramon? Because my sister loves the Coppola Dracula, and I'm not degrading it by saying that. Actually, my youngest sister, she knows her movies, like she knows her stuff well. I just think it's what hit you at the time. I should preface it by saying I love the Hammer Draculas. I love Fright Night's one of my favorite vampire films, and Near Dark. But I went and saw Bram Stoker's Dracula in the theater, and I gotta say it's not my favorite Dracula. Or my favorite. Who do I think is the best person that portrayed Dracula? Well, Christopher Lee. I think that he really does a great job in the role. I think that underrated is Louis Jourdan, who did it for like I think it was a BBC one. Oh yeah, a lot. It is visually stunning. Coppola's visuals, the cinematography in Coppola's Dracula, it's amazingly well done. What I really hate is I hate these Van Helsing. Dan Kirsten Dracula was incredible. It's that there's one that's underrated. Jack Palance though, man, he does a good job. And then he did Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde too. Like he did two or three like Dan Curtis straight to TV gothic horror films. I know that he did Strange Case Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. He did Dracula, and I think there was another one it's I'm like missing it right now. And he also did like without Jack Palance, so he did a Turn the Screw. Like there's been so many versions of that one made, but I'm a big fan of like of those, really big fan. Dan Curtis, that's my phone, just falling. Cannot have this phone break on me too, or I'm gonna be then I'll be doing a GoFundMe for my phone. No, I'm not. So let's go here. I missed some of your comments. I do apologize, but I'm trying to stay more. What's the word I'm looking for? More animated. There's like no friggin' signal on this phone right now. I'm like, yeah, it takes forever for the. Christopher Lee's Dracula you grew up with. I love Christopher Lee. Legend is Legend a horror film. Return to Oz is definitely a horror film, and a much closer representation of the Oz books. No, I didn't break. It's okay. It was just a joke. Than the other ones. Favorite Dracula, and who do I think portrayed Dracula best? Now, my favorite personally is definitely probably going to be Chris Lee. Who do I think portrayed him best? It depends. I mean, if we're talking about the novel, like I'm not a huge fan of the Dracula novel, to be honest with you. I think it's one of out of all the novels that are out there, it's definitely one of the lesser of the horror like classic novels. I much prefer Frankenstein over it. But I think that Franklin Gully did a good job for what the character like definitely has to be. What's all this hate for the Wizard of Oz? Bela Lugosi's your favorite Dracula. He's a classic. What do I think of Blood Rage? I love Blood Rage. Hey, that isn't cranberry sauce. Of course I love Blood Rage. It's a classic one. And it's got, God, the girl that plays the mom in it. She was in like a really cool show. You don't like John Carradine? I do, actually. I don't think he's ever given a lot to work with. But John Carradine has probably consistently played Dracula almost as much as anybody out there, maybe more so. And in like serious stuff and horror stuff. Any love for Duncan Rieger? I do, actually. Duncan Rieger, guys, is the guy that played Dracula in the Monster Squad. He's probably best known later on for playing Zorro in like the 90s era Zorro TV series. Did you just mention the Pod People song? You rock, by the way. Here the Indians were singing Pod People. That's such a horrible song. But the skit that Joel does, and oh man, it's priceless. Dude, that was epic. George bought like a bunch of like indicator sets, like a massive like 5 or 6 indicator box sets, and they came today. So he sent me a picture of them, and I was like super stoked. So we have someone here that's seen Pod People. You get cool points, Frankie. You get cool points. Because hands down, you're a Mystery Science Theater fan. There's 2 go-tos that you got to watch, and a lot of people are saying, "Well, it's obviously it's Madness, right?" No, it's not actually. It's Pod People and Mitchell. Those 2. Watch those 2. Those are that. Trust me. If you show somebody Pod People and Mitchell who's never seen Mystery Science Theater before in their life, that'll get them to like Mystery Science Theater. I've done that. I've shown. You want to stick away from the sci-fi stuff, sci-fi era stuff, which has some really good stuff, but they lean way too much into the serialization and the science fiction part of Mystery Science Theater. But the early stuff, late Joel, early Mike stuff, go for that. Just like I'm a big James Bond fan, also a big Mystery Science Theater fan. Shabagi Creek too, yeah. Dracula Unbound, Luke Evans. Yeah, it was fun. I mean, like, I liked it. A lot of people hated it. Me and my better half, we thought it was, you know, it was, it's not meant to be a great film. It's kind of like the false start to the Dark Universe. Dracula Unbound. Look at this. This is going to start the Dark Universe, and then we're going to do this movie, and then we're going to, okay, scratch that. Dracula Unbound isn't going to start the Dark Universe. It's going to be like The Mummy. That's going to start the Dark Universe. Like, yeah, maybe not. Maybe we'll just like restart the Dark Universe again down the road. Merlin's Shop. Isn't that one of the last ones? Merlin's Shop of Mystical Wonders. Is that last season? Mitchell. Apparently, at one point, I think it was Mike that was staying at a hotel, and Jodan Baker was staying at the hotel, and he was scared that Jodan Baker was going to find him and kick his ass because of the Mystery Science Theater, actually. And he said Jodan Baker would definitely have been able to do it. But yeah, so for guys that haven't watched Mystery Science Theater, I do recommend it. What's the status of the Dark Universe? Oh, it's pretty dead, man. I think they'll continue to make movies like Invisible Man. Obviously, did really well. But so they're going to go with that. They're going to do like their own kind of like self-contained things. So they'll still be doing movies, but as far as I know, the Dark Universe is kind of off the board for right now, which is good actually. There was definitely potential there, but I didn't want to see. A lot of people love Brendan Fraser's The Mummy, that whole series, the Scorpion King and all that type of stuff. Not me. I think they're okay at best. Like at best they're okay. I'll be honest. PlayStation 9. Can I be honest with you? I enjoyed The Mummy with Tom Cruise more than I liked the Brendan Fraser ones. And I know, like, in that opinion, the cheese stands alone. I'm completely on my own with it. Nobody else is going to have that opinion, and that's okay. But I honestly prefer the old Mummy. I like the old Universal Mummy. I like the Mummy as being scary, as being a curse, and like I'm not big into the hey, let's make the Mummy Indiana Jones, and that's kind of what they did with the Brendan Fraser one. They were fun films, but I was never a big fan, and that was the reason. Good. They're fun. They're popcorn. They're popcorn, and there's nothing wrong with popcorn. I love a lot of popcorn films. That it's just that one just wasn't particularly for me. Like I'll go to the old ones first, and for a while I didn't really like the first one. It's like I think the Brendan Fraser ones are comfortable because you remember them, right? Tom Cruise is a mess. There's definitely a lot of problems. I'll tell you that much. Like I enjoy it for what it is, but that being said, I knew going in the Tom Cruise Mummy wasn't going to be good. Maybe I just liked it more because I liked the girl that played the Mummy. I think she's really good. Like I've seen her in a lot of films. She's gorgeous too. Shallow, but yeah, that definitely is. I enjoyed about it, and I kind of dug the kind of throwback, although it made no sense at the end. Kind of throwback to American Werewolf in London, but it has no like teeth. The movie, the Tom Cruise movie, I enjoyed it for what it was. It's not a good movie, and it has no teeth. It like kind of takes away. They did delay Top Gun. A lot of things have been delayed right now. Like, of course, Vaso's. I like Vaso. I mean, like even though I just ragged on those films, from him and John Hannah were the best parts of those films. Like, it wasn't Brendan Fraser, wasn't the girl, or the recasted girl, and definitely not the kid. But it was definitely like it was Arnold Vosloo's The Mummy. He was great, and John Hannah. I love John Hannah. He's just an incredible actor. Um, Definitely, they did like he did my favorite version of Rebus. Rebus is an English, I think English or Scottish detective series, and he only played him for like one series basically, and then another guy took over and went and played him for like a long period of time. And but uh, but John Hannah's Rebus episodes are really good. They're really dark, and they're very much like God, like a lot of Robson Green stuff. You like to see a lot of people liked it. My better half liked League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. She's a huge Hugh Jackman fan. I read the comic book, and I was not a huge fan of League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I felt like there was promise, and if they would have followed up with the second one, I think it could have been better. But I felt like that it was still it was almost too much promise there that didn't. I Okay, my better half likes Van Helsing. This is where we split. Okay, and when I first saw it, I got to rewatch it. I mean, I haven't seen it since it first came out, but the first time I saw Van Helsing, I hated it. Uh, I really, because I hated the guy that played Dracula. I just didn't like his portrayal. Now I might go back and love it now. I actually bought the 4K of it, uh, but so and I bought the 4K of that one and Dracula Unbound. You know, but two not very popular Dracula films, but they were 4K and they're $120. So I grabbed them up, and I'll eventually go back and watch them again, and give you like my because both of those films, those were films I only saw once, and when they initially came out. That's the thing. That's the thing. You think you hate Van Helsing, and that's the way I feel. But nothing is as bad as as the portrayal of Van Helsing by a great actor, but just horrible in the role of Van Helsing, and that's God, what's his name again? Oh, hold on, brain like Anthony, Anthony. Oh my God, who am I thinking about? who played who played Hannibal? The guy from Silence of the Lambs. Oh my God. Yeah, my mind is gone tonight, guys. My mind's completely gone. Anthony, thank you, Brian. How could I not get that? It's not Anthony Quinn. I was like, it's not Anthony Quinn. Yes, Anthony Quinn. Love the actor. Great guy in real life, by the way. In Newfoundland, we have like a drama department in our university. Anthony Hopkins like flies people over there, over to England and to go to Stratford and places like that. He's funded a lot of our stuff, but I really hated him as Van Helsing. I really did. It's happened to me a lot. Like that's it. See, Brian, I'm getting older. I got to do the picture. You tag me on the picture thing, which I saw just before I came down here. I got to look at that afterwards. Slow. There are certain things. The black and white scene of Van Helsing I really liked. If you saw, the Frankenstein scene sequence, that I really enjoyed. So that I remember. That was Van Helsing, right? I'm pretty sure it's Van Helsing. I was thinking about that today. Actually, is that how much I love cinema, how much I love film, and how integral it's become to my life. To be completely like bluntly honest, and I was just finishing up like work. I was on my lunch break, and I brought my better half some tea because she's not feeling the best. And I came down, and it was just before I was going back in, and I went into the unobstructed view website, and I saw like there's this set of print, this set of print. I'd like to have this, like to have this, and I'm like, I I really love films. It just wept over. It's like swept over me. It's like I really really love films. I Frankenstein. I got to rewatch it again. That was a one-time watch for me. I like I like Aaron Eckhart. He's a good actor. He double sub for the Vatican. Yeah, pretty much was, wasn't he? I don't know if you find Mel Brooks funny. I do. I like Mel Brooks. I don't like everything that he did. Like Mel Brooks is not like Monty Python. I can watch any Monty Python, but I can't sit down and watch any Mel Brooks movie all the time. There's just some I love, and other ones are a trog to get through. They just are, and that's just me. It's what you like. Like I like the jerk. Not Mel Brooks, but I like the jerk. And for some people, like sitting down and watch the jerk may be like super like, it may not hit them. High Anxiety is one that I do like, that I don't think gets enough credit. Like we all hear about like Robin Men in Tights and Young Frankenstein, which again is a fantastic film. Frankenstein, but High Anxiety definitely doesn't get enough. So do I, Boredom. I prefer the Hammer Frankenstein films over the Hammer Dracula films. Love them both, but consistency wise, consistency wise, the Frankenstein ones are in my opinion, better. Like definitely better. The especially when you get to the last ones, but and the reason that is because there is really no consistency or narrative flow throughout the Dracula films. They pretty much kind of pick up where they've been left off. Sometimes he can be killed by that thing, other times he can't. They keep like throwing in other ways to get him that he's killed. But the smart thing that they did with the Frankenstein films is that they made Frankenstein the real monster, and not the monster, because that's the way that it should be. That's what can get it to go. Can you imagine, like the one of the big failings of the Universal Frankenstein films is, and they did some really good Universal Frankenstein films, not all of them, but some of them, is that you got to follow the monster. You got to keep switching out the scientists. You got to follow the monster, and that becomes tedious. That becomes harder and harder to write for. You write yourself to a corner after Bride of Frankenstein, and then you're like, well, you'll come back and Igor will be, we'll follow Igor. And then, then he'll die and he'll come back with Igor's brain, but we're not going to mention it. So you got to have something else to follow. And they realized that you've got this incredibly vain, like wanting to play God character in Frankenstein, Victor Frankenstein, and it's just genius. And they had Peter Cushing in the role to do the part, and he did it. He just brilliantly went with it. One of my favorites has one of the most hard to get through scenes is Frankenstein Must Be Destroyed. I love that film, but they were forced to put in a sequence where Frankenstein like basically sexually assaults like the female like lead, and it sort of makes sense in a way, but it doesn't fit with his character in the way of like he's obsessed. He's almost it doesn't work until you actually see a horror Frankenstein, and then it kind of works. I like let me know what you think of the indicator stuff, George. I think you're gonna really like it. Yeah, it was actually. Peter Boyle was Frankenstein uh, in the in Young Frankenstein. Great actor, by the way, great character actor. Passed away, unfortunately, rest in peace. But an amazing character actor. Did a lot of really good dramatic roles, and definitely one guy to look for. Even one without Cushing. Yeah, thank you. Most people, Amy, don't. Ralph Bates is the one you're talking about. Horror Frankenstein. Most people hate on that one. I love that film. It's more comedic. You got like Kate O'Mara is in that one as well. Incredible stuff. I do know the movie, Joe, and it's an incredible piece of work. See, Ralph Bates was always that guy that Hammer went to if they thought Peter Cushing or Christopher Lee were going to come back. They did it in Taste of Blood Dracula. Ralph Bates is in that one as well. He takes over the role. Like, Dracula is not actually supposed to be. Christopher Lee is Dracula. Not supposed to be in Taste of Blood Dracula. That's why you've got these five decadent like kind of like the pillars of the community guys that are completely evil, and Ralph Bates is supposed to drink that blood and then be possessed by Dracula and kind of like help kind of get revenge for all the people that they've wronged. But at the end, the studio were like, no, you can't make a Dracula movie without Chris Lee. We can't go that way again. So instead, Ralph Bates pretty much blows up and Dracula comes out of him. So they went with that way instead. Johnny Dangerously. I forgot Johnny Dangerously. I couldn't even tell what that's about right now. I remember Joe Pesci. It was Joe Pesci and Michael Keaton, right? No, the rats. Dirty Rotten Scoundrels is an amazing film. I love Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. I haven't seen it yet, but I can't imagine the remake being good. Do I still Creature? I love Creature from Black Lagoon. All three of them. There's only three of those films. That's one like movie series that they've been trying to remake for years. Like everybody you can imagine, from like Del Toro to like James Cameron to John Carpenter. Everybody has had a part at a throw at like Creature from Black Lagoon. Not a fan of Dirty Rotten Scams. I'm not surprised, actually, Brian. Question for you guys out there. What's your favorite movie that you like that pretty much is universally unliked? Because I think that's an interesting question. Obviously, I got a lot of them. Jim Codd is awesome, man. As a guy that did gymnastics, Jim Codd is amazing. Like, who would have thought that town would just happen to have all the perfect equipment, like running around, that you could do gymnastics on. I saw Megaforce in theater. Underwood. I actually like the girl from Underwood, but I hated Scott Speedman. Barry Lyndon. Yeah. I don't know if anybody. Barry Lyndon's not a well-liked film though. Like that would be me. I don't like Barry Lyndon, and it's liked. But Barry Lyndon is considered one of his lesser ones. Noah's just an action movie. I don't think anybody likes Noah. And as legitimately like says, well, that's a well-made piece of cinema. Underwood, Resident Evil. I think first Resident Evil. I will back you on that one. I'm definitely all down there for that. And Mila Jovovich, hell yeah. But trying to move this back a bit. I'm worried because I'm afraid I'm going to move this. I was going to say reconnecting. That's my nightmare for tonight. Dude, I don't hate you, man. You're probably more in the majority with that one. I don't like Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, but a lot of people on my channel do. I just don't get it. Maybe I'm old. Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm just old. That one is controversial. 2001, not like in 2001. I do like it, but I get it. I understand. Actually, I love Stone Cold. So it is a damn cool biker film. I'm a big fan of the cheesy stuff. I'm just waiting for somebody to put out like a Cynthia Rothrock Blu-ray set because that's what I want to say. That's the one that I Dune. Now somebody's saying they like Ishtar. There's one I'll be surprised on. I haven't seen it in years. Maybe it's better than I remember, but Cutthroat Island's not bad. I like Cutthroat Island. I'm a big Gene Davis fan, though. I've always been a fan of Gene Davis. I was actually, I was in college, and I was on a date, right? And I think it was like the Excellent Tourist or something that I was watching with this girl I was going out with, and uh, and so I'm thinking, oh, Gene Davis, she's like, she's gorgeous and all that. Maybe I said it too much because she was like, well, if you like Gina Davis so much, she was so pissed off. Not to do on a date. Perfect Weapon, yeah, I do. I thought Jeff Speakman was going to be a really big star, actually. I really did. I thought he was going to go places, but he didn't. And he had this type of like martial arts where you kind of use your hands a lot. And, it wasn't the most showy type of martial arts, right? But he was extremely good at it. And I'll watch a Jeff Speakman film any day over Seagal. My God, I don't know how Seagal became famous. He's like a vacuum of like a person. He's a personality vacuum, but people like him. I like the Carry On films. I merge well, you know me. I'm a big one Anglophile. So the Carry On films. I grew up watching a lot of the Carry On films. What's her name? Barbara Windsor. You love Seagal? See, where I'm from, the Nooch, like Seagal is huge. I mean, when I used to sell movies at like flea markets and stuff like that, right? And the one persons like that, if we had like no matter what horror movie or actual other movie we had there, we could have 25 Seagal movies on that table. All 25 Seagal movies we're going to sell. That hands down over anything else. Maybe the stories ones are. You're so young, Emily. Empire Records is awesome. Like I love Empire Records, and one of the reasons for that is I'm a huge fan of Maxwell Caulfield, and if you like Empire Records, you like him in that. The Boys Next Door was put up by Severin. I'm not sure if you got that one, not yet or not, Emily, but a good one. He also, of course, is in Grease too, which is one of my favorite movies. So that's one that I like that a lot of people don't like. See, Van Damme's a better actor than Seagal, though. Seagal movies were like there was a joke. It was one of those like stand-up comedians, so I cannot take credit for it. Back in the day, that were like that all Seagal names, especially movies, had like three words to the names. You know, like out for blood. You know, but it all always came down to straight to video for Seagal, and you know. Why is it so many of those action heroes like go nuts when they later on in their life? Van Damme more. I definitely. Van Damme is more talent. He's a better actor than Seagal, and obviously he's a better martial artist in my opinion. Like maybe Out for Justice. Out for Justice is actually that's one I do like. That's got Wim Forsythe. That's the one, right? Wim Forsythe. But I like that one because Wim Forsythe, amazing guy. Does anybody remember the Seagal film that was supposed to be an environmental film, and he's trying to stop like this evil, like Michael Caine, environmentalist by blowing up an oil oil tanker type of thing, therefore killing the environment in the area that he's trying to save the environment in. I don't remember what the name of that one is, but holy crap. Logic. Oh, I like silk stocking actually. Oh, I was bloodsport and kickboxer. A lot of people did it. You know, Ramon, when my dad is obviously older than me, that makes no sense. On deadly ground, thanks, Dwayne. My dad used to grow up around the time when the Bruce Lee and the Bruce Lee lies and all that were around, and he said that he'd go to watch him in the theater, right? And he'd come out of the theater, and there'd be guys in the parking lot trying to practice their type moves. So yeah, like those things like definitely got people juiced up for that. Well, probably for Seagal's ego too. Seagal is massively known for having a huge ego. Emily, you're definitely becoming one of my favorite people. If you like Grease too. Um, I know all the words, all the songs in Grease too. That's not even a joke. Brian, you got to watch more Diagnosis of Murder. You got to watch it again because it's such a great throwback series to some older mystery shows. That's it's there'd be no Jake the Fat Man without Diagnosis of Murder. Some people would be glad about that, but I actually like Jake the Fat Man. I liked Under Siege, but I liked Under Siege because well, you know why I liked Under Siege, Eric. Come on, come on, you know I liked it. I bet you can figure it out. She was on Baywatch. That's why I like that. Have a great night, Ryan, and definitely stay safe. I don't remember part two very much. How my family? Well, we're pretty much isolated right now. I tried to get groceries, but I tried to go online and like where you go on and you order your groceries. So I did, and then I went to the part where it said pick up. So I said I'll order them, we get them done, and then I'll just have to go pick them up, right? And I get there and so you can pick up your groceries. Thank God I didn't check out. Next Tuesday, and I'm like, oh really? I can pick my groceries next Tuesday? I don't think so. So I walked my butt up to the store, and had to go in. There was like a line outside the store, and they only took so many people in at a time. Gary Busey, was it Gary Busey? Because I adore Gary Busey. No, not because I adore Gary Busey. Though a great actor. Read your comment above. You can't stand murder mysteries. Oh man, I'll get you. I'll change it for that. Not even, not even those Peter Ustinov like Hercule Poirot movies in his in his grey cells. Graveyard's just gonna be an awesome one. But that's what VCRs were for, man. Seeing the crappy movies. When we're out to May, that's the thing right now. It's killer. But don't feel bad. My birthday's in March. I don't get mine till May. But at least you'll get them. Like you knows you thought about them. It knows that they're coming. I can only change you so much. Don't, don't, don't tempt me. I'm good with this stuff. Like I ordered the latest Doctor Who set, right? The the one that, with Tom Baker. My mind is gone tonight. Uh, but I don't think it's going to come. I really don't. I ordered it from Amazon UK, and I'm pretty sure that order's going to get canceled. Uh, you're pretty damn sure the order's get canceled. Eye of the Tiger is a good movie. That whole set, like they put a 4-pack out with Eye of the Tiger was on it. I think Blind Fury might have been on it too. You watch Barry Lyndon. I can't get into that one. I mean, beautifully set pieces, but like as far as films go, oh, and especially as far as Kubrick goes, like it's my lesser one. Well, the thing is that the groceries are you can order online here, but you can't get your groceries delivered till like a week away. Cameron said does it come out to July now? Actually, I didn't know that, Amy. So I'm glad you told me that. Curbside pickup. That's actually a good idea, but it's just hard getting it there. I actually loved Automan. It was a horrible show, but I loved it. Let me know what you think. Definitely the documentary. Like, there's a lot of spoilers in the documentary, so maybe we want to watch the films first. But that Wim Castle documentary on that set is worth its weight in gold. It's awesome. The Sartana set is incredible. and the features on it are really good too. So yeah, like we had this, like there was a line up. There's like, like 6 feet space between each person, like line up in the grocery store. So I was out there for like I thought, I'm not sick now. I'm gonna be sick now because I'm in the freaking cold. Well, I got a lot of the lame U.S. versions. Actually, I've only got one of the cool UK sets. So yeah, you probably get more of the UK ones than I do. I've only got one. I got the Sylvester McCoy one. Manimal. I like Manimal better actually than Automan. They both came out at the same time. I think Automan lasted longer though actually. Black Thursday TV shows. It's so weird that that changed around for like Thursday will become must see TV later on, but initially it was like the Black Thursday. Like right now, if you're gonna order a movie uh, from like from a try to order from if you can order from the company itself. Like like I find that you got a better chance of getting it from the company itself right now than you do from Amazon. Like I feel pretty safe in the stuff that I ordered from Unobstructed View. Hopefully, that'll turn out good. And in stuff from like stuff coming from places like Vinegar Syndrome. And even though it got pushed back, I knew it was going to get pushed back for Al Adamson. I expected it. Uh, so I know like eventually it's going to come. Sarah's going to do it. But I right now I got more trust in getting here than I do from Amazon. That's just me though. Which old dark house did you watch, John? They are going to start clamping now. That's why I grabbed the things that I did. And as soon as I can afford it, I'm going to get the Scorpio set too from Unobstructed View. I really want that. I, I kick myself for not picking it up already. Out of all the stuff that I looked in that Unobstructed View site, that's one for me. Like not for everybody. It's not, definitely not for everybody. But I read through it and I'm like, I really want to watch this. Blood Rider. No, I haven't actually. I got to check it out. Inner Space with Martin Short. Actually, I think I do have that somewhere on DVD. The 1930s. Oh, the classic one. Because there's a few different versions of the Old Dark House. So yeah, definitely a good one. I'm a huge Martin Short fan from SCTV days, not from SNL days. He's much better on SCTV. Very physical comedian. A really creepy role that he did in Law and Order SVU, by the way. Him and he killed it. Martin Short is a comedic actor that was in like, yeah, I'm sure you guys know him, but he did this role on Law and Order SVU where he kind of plays this. There's this girl that's missing, and he comes in as a psychic, and he tells them that he can help them find the girl. It's obvious right from the beginning. There's no real mystery about it. There's something wrong with him. He's not just something wrong. He's a killer. But they got to catch him, and he takes his humor stuff and he makes it dark. A lot of comedians are really good at turning their humor into a very dark place. That's why comedians are so good with horror films. Oh, Dante's definitely a cool director. SCTV is 110% underrated. Now, SVU is my favorite Law and Order. Criminal Intent's really good too, though. If you like Vincent D'Onofrio, especially. Just Mr. Rogers versus Julie Childs. I ordered the Joseph Sternberg box set for my better half because she wanted that, and for me, I just ordered a couple things. I ordered the Manson Family because that's what I'm going to print, and I wanted to have that one, and ordered the Beast and the Magic Sword. So those ones I'm going to basically, but there's a couple more that I would like to order, at least one. So I kind of want the Fulci set a bit. Like I've never seen. I don't think I've ever seen The Eroticist. If anybody's seen it, like they can let me know. But there's a Fulci set, Severance set, and it's out of print now. But the it's on obstructed view. On obstructed view. One of my viewers actually bought it. Great Tubi slash. I'm not good with the Tubi stuff. I'll try. Uh, I haven't watched a lot of Tubi. A lot of people on here watch it all the time. I watch Shudder and I watch like Amazon Prime and then I watch some Netflix. Not so much, but I usually watch my stuff here. And yes, Robin Williams was amazing at tapping into his dark side. Unfortunately, that dark side is what took him over in the end, and we do not have him around anymore. To be slasher video, you mean, type thing? But you, what were the ones? I gotta find it here because you grabbed it some cool stuff too. Yeah, you got Vampire Circus, Twins of Evil, Cyclone, and Horror at Party Beach. So yeah, and they had a few of the Severance stuff. They had a few Severance things that are out of print. The Bruno Matthias are out of print too. The those are gone, but you can still get them on obstructed view. Like when I was sick once, I watched some Tubi, and there's a bunch of commercials, a bunch of ads, but it's actually pretty good. Watch Criterion Channel. I used to. I don't have it anymore actually. I had to cut down on stuff. Doctor Who, it does have a lot of people talk about that actually, the classic Doctor Who stuff. I only watch my Doctor Who stuff through there. I can only watch Doctor Who through that. No, there's a channel called Clever Dick Films, if you're a Doctor Who fan, and he does documentaries. He's done one for everyone, the Doctors, right up to Eccleston. Watch those. If you're a Doctor Who fan at all, you owe it to yourself to watch those. Frozen, yeah, this is good. That's definitely a good film. I definitely recommend Frozen. But dolls, you gotta buy dolls. You gotta own dolls. That's one. You can't just watch it on Tubi. You gotta own dolls. It's such a good story. For me, it's Stuart Gordon's best film, and he put a Reanimator in and movies like that. But I love dolls. It's classic. I like Frozen. Like, are you talking? We're talking about Adam Green Frozen, right? Like, I really enjoyed that one. Like, I own some physical. Like, I got some streaming services. I'm a physical media collector. Uh, but the thing that here's the thing, if I if I put on a streaming movie, and like I watched Ruin Me a while back on Shudder. The only thing that did was like, oh wow, Ruin Me was good. I gotta buy that. And as soon as it came out, I bought it. And the ski lift, that's the one, yeah. With cameo by Kane Hodder, actually. He's a ski lift operator. I like Digging Up the Marrow. I thought it was underrated. I'm not, maybe I'm alone on that one, but I did like Digging Up the Marrow. Better than Hatchet 3, which Adam Green didn't direct, and it's obvious. uh, Hatchet 3 is my least favorite of the Hatchet films. Bit of a misstep. Victor Crowley, though, I really like Victor Crowley. I want to know, Emily, if you pick up more stuff, let me know. Like, text me, let me know. Dee Snider's son? I didn't know that, actually. I didn't know Dee Snider's son was an actor. Maybe someone that I know and I don't even realize is Dee Snider's son. But I remember Dee Snider. He did one that I hope one of these days gets a good release, which is called Strangelands, and a really good horror film. It had Dee Snider as Captain Howdy. Do I own Crawl? I don't own Crawl, actually. I should, though, because I'm a big cheesy. Actually, maybe I do. On the DVD, I got to get the Blu-ray. If you haven't seen Strangeland, it's creepy. I found it creepy. I thought it was creepy. That was well done. Dee Snider plays this guy that is definitely a twisted killer. He plays this guy, he calls himself Captain Howdy. He goes online basically to kind of what I guess you'd call catfish, like these teenagers, and tortures them, kills them, and he gets anyway, he gets caught, he gets arrested by this police officer, and much like like Clockwork Orange, he goes in and he comes out. He's got to take these pills and that, but people are pushing him, and yeah, it's definitely a good film. I'd definitely check it out. I won't tell you any more of it, but definitely worth checking out. Final Sharknado. I haven't seen the Final Sharknado. Color Out of Space. Not yet. I gotta watch it. I'm a huge H.P. Lovecraft fan, so I'm hoping to like it a lot. There was at one point, I think it might have been, I'm not sure if it was what country did. There was a Color Out of Space adaptation. It was all in black and white, and it only had the color part in it. Hey Joe, welcome, man. It's not Captain Howdy and Street Justice. I love those songs. They're on the Stay Hungry album. Yep, Dee Snider, Twisted Sister. Haven't got through Amanda yet. It's a weird film. I love that he was watching Night Beast, but it's a fun film. I haven't seen that yet. Cursed Films documentary. Something me and my better half watch together. Exorcist. I'd like to do Andrew. The Room 2019. Have not seen that. How many horror movies do I think have in my collection? Not enough for me and too many for some people. I really don't know, like number wise. But I haven't watched Mom and Dad yet. I keep going to watch it. Baskin I haven't seen, but I heard Kung Fury. Yeah, that one I've seen. Baskin I've been told by a lot of people to pick that up. Severin popped out, but they only got it through UK. You only bought it in the UK. I haven't seen The Rape 2 Cores yet. I want to watch it, but I don't want to watch my better half. She's definitely got to disturb her. That's the hype can kill it for you if you're gonna just hype up too much, and then it just can't. Olga Kurylenko. I gotta look that up now. You got me wondering, dude. Oh, she's cute. Ukrainian-born French model and actress. I see it, dude. Hey, didn't Slumdog Millionaire have the song J-Ho come out of it? Because if it did, I'll give it like a pass on that. Because J-Ho. I like the Pussycat Dolls. Sue me. I actually really do like the Pussycat Dolls. Usually, I think it's on YouTube actually, Dinuch. I've heard it's on YouTube somewhere. I've never looked for it myself, but that's what I've heard on various videos. Some people have like mentioned it, and they said that you can find it on YouTube. Normally, I'd say like nefarious torrenting sites, but like one of them's down actually. I used to have a big crush on Asia Argento, actually. Oh my God! Don't tell me she was in Quantum of Solace. Poor girl. Like, she wasn't Quantum of Solace. She deserves better. Oblivion's better. Edwidge Finch. I love Edwidge Finch. Though you can't like when it comes to like those two, like there's so many gorgeous giallo actresses. Like just stay out there. Like, Edwidge Finch is pretty much the queen of them. But Brenda Balkan, I got Susie Kendall, another great one. But Finch just she stood above all of them. And of course, although she didn't do a lot in them, I'll have to say, Sybil Danning. Darcy the Mail Girl, oh, she is super cute, and she has my taste in movies, so that's Darcy wins a lot of points on that one too. Barbara Boucher, I love the eyes. Barbara Boucher is known for the eyes, and obvious reason. What did you order? Okay, Emily, tell me, what did you order? Catherine Deneuve is one of my Better Half's favorites, actually. But now we must know what Emily ordered, because I'm curious. Do you get any more of the print stuff? I'm so literally going to wait here till Emily writes in her order. Tasha Kinski. I like Jennifer Connelly. I grew up like big fan of Jennifer Connelly. As we all wait. No pressure, Emily. Hey, Cropsy, welcome, man. It's a pretty free-for-all night we're doing here. Liv Almond. Everybody's got their favorite, hey? Bonset's pretty cool. The Bonset's, which one? The Bond 50 set or movies in your collection with hidden gems, Blu-rays? That's a great idea, Joe, actually. And definitely, yeah. Terror in the Isles would definitely be one of them. Because, yeah, Halloween 2 just... I saw Terror in the Isles in theater. I watched Empathy Incorporated on Shudder recently, and that is amazingly good. And I really like the Furies too. So the Furies was good. If you like kind of action, gore, fast horror films, definitely check out the Furies. If you like things that go a bit slower, a bit more thinky, check out Empathy Incorporated. The work prints of the Friday films. Ooh. Scream Factory. I'm guessing are the people that are going to put out the box set. Now, what I thought was interesting is that on one of the Facebook sites I'm on, a really good one actually. A guy was selling like the tin version of the Friday 13th set, and like somebody said, well, they're putting out a new one, so just to let you know. And then like everybody jumped on the guy, like I can't believe you, but that's not even like nobody's even saying that's for real yet. But yeah, it's pretty much for real. I've seen the movie called House of the Devil. I did actually. I like anything Greta Gerwig. I love Greta Gerwig. A huge crush for me is Greta Gerwig. She's just incredible. Same with like the girl that's wrote the new James Bond film, Phoebe Waller-Bridges. Like Fleabag. I love the series Fleabag. Just, if you haven't seen it, incredible. Definitely 110% worth checking out. I recommend it. Ty West. He did House of the Devil, right? That's Ty West. I like some of his stuff. I'm looking it up now, just to make sure. Make sure I didn't get it wrong. So, I've seen some of his stuff. He did the Extras TV series. He worked on that. Wayward Pines. That should have lasted longer than it did, by the way. ABC's The Innkeepers. Maybe that's what I was thinking. No, he did House of Devil. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I do like his stuff. Liked Innkeepers. Liked VHS. He worked on Scream, the TV series. Actually, I think he did one of the better episodes of Scream TV series. Yeah, I gotta say, I'm very impressed over the last day or so. Yesterday was incredible too. I gotta say, if you haven't seen the yesterday, chat has been great over the last couple of days, and maybe it's where it's coming close to the weekend. Maybe it's because I'm picking the right time, rather than like going out early. But yeah. Just checking something here. And you guys check. Howling was. I love the Howling. Uh, Initially Vinegar Cinema were going to put the Howling as a box set. Some of them anyway. I've seen Throwback Slasher, The Sleeper. Oh, I don't think I have. I'll have to look into it. I want to. I mean, like, me and my better half like have different opinions on what to watch sometimes. And if she's not feeling well, I let her. She takes the remote and she watches whatever she wants to watch. I'll watch what I want to watch later on. Got to rewatch Reanimator this weekend. But I'm supposed to watch. I'm still doing the After Dark series, and I want to do the Taboo like theater ones that came in theater, and I want to do a talk on those. But I got to get through the films. It's one thing you're watching like a film or an adult film, like okay, interesting or enjoyment. It's another thing we got to watch them to make a video. It's completely different atmosphere then, because it's just typing stuff down, that type of stuff. No. As far for now anyway, because the After Dark series is going to be is here on the channel. Now it's not one that I can do with any type of funding, like, or what do you call it, like it's going to get demonetized. An After Dark series is going to get demonetized. No, I won't. I'm not putting them behind a paywall. I may do a super chat portion of After Dark, which if you feel that you want to, fantastic, love it. But I try not to put anything underneath the paywall. I do have a Patreon, guys. I don't talk about it very much on here. I've been trying to more often. My better half tells me to. But I'm Canadian, and we don't push things too much. But yeah, so but the one thing that I tried to do when I started all that was to make sure that this was going to stay the way it is now, and nobody was going to have to feel left out. After Dark Cinematheque is when I deal with more adult films. Not they won't always be like adult as in X-rated or anything like that, but sometimes it will lean towards films that I don't talk about as much on my regular channel, like the Taboo series, with the Kay Parker and Jamie Gillis and stuff like that. I listen to some more Bandmate apparently, yeah, which I shall do. I didn't know that was turned on tonight. I will be doing like an After Dark one where I will be. Thank you so much, Amy, by the way. I really appreciate it. Greenish genre, the VFW. I gotta see VFW. People keep talking about it. Yes, I did actually. I had the Playboy channel for a long time. I was one of the first getters of it when it came out on satellite. Actually, by accident, I didn't pay for it initially. What happened, and I'll be completely honest with you, is they messed up my satellite bill and they ended up like charging me like a lot more than they initially were supposed to do. So they gave me all the premium channels for free for 3 months. And when one of them was like I said, it's Killing of America, The Marrying Man, the Lucha Fulcis. Oh, I knew you were going to grab that. Summer Sam and Scarlet Letter. Still get. Do you already have the Manson family, or just not your thing? But yeah, that set. I got to get that set. I got to talk to my better half. Do you remember, Brian? Do you remember a show called Seven Lives Exposed? I haven't seen the Peninsula trailer yet. I want to see it because I'm a huge fan of Train to Busan, and I like that like kind of prequel. Was it prequel? And the animated one they did. Oh, have a good night, George. Sorry, I didn't see a message there. It's kind of play-by-the version of like Big Brother. You just look it up. I can't. I'm not gonna. This is not an After Dark episode, so I can't mention it on air too much. Uh, but I've seen like some clips of Peninsula, but I gotta watch the trailer. I gotta go Tony Curtis. Spike Lee's great, but I gotta go Tony Curtis. Well, will I be watching WrestleMania? Yes. It's going to be quite a trog through to get through WrestleMania, but I'll probably watch it. Because the words that I said about what about Seven Lives Exposed? It's a reality show, kind of like the one they did with Swinger House or something that was called, I think. Kind of in that style. I don't have it now. What, the Playgirl channel? I didn't know where there was. There's not a Playgirl channel, is there? Uh, Seven Lives. Seven Lives. Starring Devin. What's her name? Devin Lane, I think. So Seven Lives. I mention it because one of my friends decided that she was going to like send in an application for me. Blood for a Thousand Virgins, a collection of cheesy trailers. And I haven't, but I want to see it now, Jimbo. Who put that out? That sounds like almost like something like a Full Moon would have put out, or a company like that. Because Full Moon like did a couple of those like trailer compilation tapes back in the day. I did actually. I really thank you. I haven't heard about that song, that movie in ages, but Burning Bright, I really liked it actually. I'm actually glad no spoilers have leaked. Your Manson family. So you already had Manson family, of course. I should have known. Uh, yeah, I'm really excited. I haven't seen the Jim Bieber one, and I've heard like some good stuff about it, and I've heard some great stuff about the documentaries that were ported over from the Dark Sky set as well. So I'm very interested in that. And there's a short film there as well that I want. Yeah, I'm really excited about the Manson family package from from Severin Films. That's coming from Unstruck Review. Am I going? Full Moons, they seem a bit pricey for me right now, and I had to cut down on. If I cut down on Criterion, I'm definitely not going to dive into Full Moon. Especially right now, they're doing like a certain zombie movie that I'm really uh, not good on. They say they've changed. Well, they did do the I don't know. I find it hard. Like, thank you, Jer. Yeah, they did do the. Here's a question. Like, what do you guys think exactly, Alan? I'm not big in that film. I'm trying not to say the word. What did you guys think of Allison Mack? I had to just now for those that don't know, Allison Mack is the actress that played Chloe in Smallville, and she was in a cult, and she spent like a long time in it, and she's actually exactly, and she could be going to jail for a very long time. Now, some people think that no, not the Nick Slayton show, that Mac deserves to be going to jail. She should be going for a long period of time. Other people think that because she herself was in a way a victim of the cult and had probably been groomed a lot longer than a lot of the other people in there, that she like shouldn't that she shouldn't be paying in the way that the leader of the cult did. So I went back and forth on it, but at the end of the day, I see Alison Mack as a victim, personally. That's just my opinion. Hardcore is an incredible film, brutal film, hard to watch, but especially but George C. Scott's incredible in that film. He just does an amazing job with that. Oh my God, my voice going. With that film, I don't want to. I'll definitely do some more. Thank you, Chris, and I definitely am going to be doing more collection videos here. I was going to do a collection part tonight, but my voice is gone now. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to start with a collection video when I do it tomorrow, because I really enjoyed the collection videos. Now, Charlie didn't do any of the initial killing. He just kind of like evil dude. Got them to do the killing, right? Which is really worse because he's kind of cowardly. You're addicted to collection videos? I love collection videos. I love making them. I love watching them. I'm a huge fan, and a type of video that I don't do very often, but I would like to do, is there. I like out and abouts. I love out and abouts. How many Alice in Wonderland movies? I got the animated one, and I got like a sci-fi one, and I got like an old one, like one done in the 40s, 50s. I've heard of it, Tiger King. Have I watched it? No. I know what it's about, and I know like the whole concept of it. Uh, I had a friend like tell me about it. Yeah, more something for Charlie Man. There's some. I had some friends. My mom actually had a bit of sympathy for Ted Bundy. Like at first he couldn't believe that he did it, and then like, he couldn't be. He's such a like a next guy next door type. Um, but uh, but yeah. I haven't seen season 3 of Ozark yet. I got to see season 2. I haven't finished season 2. When I got to Nova Scotia, like initially when I got here, the very first like day that I got here, we're waiting. I was trying to get everything set up. Uh, then Ozark season 1 is what I watched actually. Do I have a serial killer? Do you mean like that I like, or uh, this is gonna be horrible? Um, but I had, to be honest with you, a slight crush on Carla Homolka. Horrible, yes, I know, horrible, but I did. I'm not proud of that, but I did. Ultimately depressing. A lot of people would talk about like Tiger King. They'll say, what about like the person that it was, you know, did she do it and all that type of stuff. What I have to wonder about is, oh, I love Monster. Charlize Theron's great in it. Uh, how were the animals treated? I, 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 I'm more concerned than Tiger King about like how the animals were affected. Maybe that's just a bit of my personality, but I'm more worried about the animals in Tiger King than I am about the potential, well, spoiler alert there, what may have happened, the true crime that may have happened in Tiger King. Bank creature from Black. I remember. What was my dad had? I don't think it had a creature from Black Lagoon, but he had like a coffin one, where you'd put like a quarter or something on it, and like this hand would come up, and it would like take it in. It wasn't the creature from Black Lagoon one. I don't think. I think it was like the Dracula one, the Dracula coffin, which he probably got from Famous Monsters of Filmland because he collected that magazine, and he had a lot of big ads in there. I don't think I did see there now this one. There's a lot I got to catch up on, man. So much I need to watch. I got like a ton to catch up on apparently. There's like a lot of serial killer talk going on here. I've noticed that. Yeah, I try. I like documentaries on films, and I don't watch so many true crime. My mom's a huge fan of true crime documentaries. When I was like a kid, when I was a kid, my mom would get these by these like true crime and police detective and true detective like magazines, and they were like cheap paper and like got a newsprint paper and lots of pictures of murders and stuff like that. So I guess I kind of like burnt out on them when I was young. So I haven't really been my thing. I love Man Bites Dog actually. I thought it was a really fun film. Unsolved mysteries. Oh, I love unsolved mysteries. Like, forget true crime documentaries or Tiger King. I can watch me some unsolved mysteries all day long. Robert Stack with a creepy voice and just, oh man, unsolved mysteries is just a bomb. And it's on Amazon, by the way. If you got Amazon Prime, you can watch unsolved mysteries. It is on there. Mindhunters. I've seen the first season, John, but I haven't seen the second season. So I'll eventually watch Mindhunters. Kisbeth Carol. That's actually not a bad idea, Alan. I remember like they kind of redid Unsolved Mysteries years later with like a different actor. I think they're both passed away actually. Um, but oh man, when he's saying Manhunter, I think he's talking about I think he said Mindhunter, and that's the TV series on Netflix, the one with the Broadway star. There's an actor in it. He's a young actor, and he's like big on Broadway. But he acted in this series, but serial killers, but the first profilers, called Mindhunter. I think it went like at least 2 seasons, and it got canceled before it got the third. Now, if you're asking me, am I going to choose Manhunter or Silence of the Lambs? Manhunter every day, because I really, really like that film. Cocaine Cowboys. I think I have. That was an older one, right? If someone I'm thinking about, that's a few years back. These two, because that sounds like one I've seen a few years back. But yeah, I'm a big Manhunter fan. That's it's just I'm a Michael Mann fan. I'm a huge fan of like of Miami Vice. Always been a big fan of like stuff like that. So you'll get like you'll always get me on that one. William Peterson like kills it, kills it in Manhunter, and Brian Cox actually does a really good job for for in the role. Think it's the man's best movie. To Live and Die in LA is my favorite. Do I like the Saw films? I do. Not every one of them. The Keep I really enjoyed. I'm not a fan of Red Dragon. I know they tried, but it didn't work for me. Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul universe. Well, Better Call Saul is getting up there. People have said that the which one's from Friedkin? To Live and Die in L.A. probably is. Okay, it is. You're right. But so yes, then I have to look see what my favorite Michael Mann movie is. Oh man, I am out of it today, but I'm here. I keep my promises, even when I'm not feeling the best. I'm out of it, and I can't remember Anthony Hopkins' name. I come on here for you guys. I prefer the Hannibal TV series, like out of all that, because the TV series it was just amazingly done. There we go. Something like my my meme about grocery shopping and being like a live version of Pac-Man. Let's get a good killer, a good fictional killer, or has the bad guy has to believe that what he's doing is right. That's how you can kind of get behind them. You can get like a lot of these kind of just slasher killers, or not just slasher killers, but like killers with just that's the thing. That they go out and they kill. But when you got like somebody like Hannibal, or you got somebody like along the lines of the Jigsaw character, or trying to think of one. Oh, The Loved Ones, all day long. The Loved Ones is way better. Babadook's good. It's okay. It's a bit slow moving, but Loved Ones is amazing. I love the first Cube. I like that's my favorite of the Cube ones. Mindhunter isn't canceled. Actually, I didn't know that, so thank you. It's on indefinite hold. That seems pretty canceled to me, but okay. Hopefully it'll come back. I thought the first Cube movie was well executed. The other ones not so much, but I had to rewatch them again. Nightingale. There was one recently that I watched. I'm not going to name it right now. It was on Netflix actually. It was a Netflix horror film, so I was really surprised. I really got into it. But it was God, she was a cellist. But it really, I liked it anyway. Whatever, I can't remember her name right now. But she was a cellist, and she went to the school, and she came back after years of being there, and like to kind of like to do like I can't remember the name of it. Yes, I did like The Witch. It's a slower burn. It's not for everybody, but I liked it. With guys, yeah, the cube. Perfection. Thank you, Amy. I love the perfection. I'm probably not. I'm probably alone on that, but I actually did. I really liked the perfection. I liked every twist that it had. I liked where it went, and I did like the ending. I liked how they went with it. So there's one, the perfection, and of course the invitation. If you've never seen that one, check it out. But because my voice is going right now, and I want to do a video tomorrow, hopefully, it's that time again. This is my movie library. I am Aaron. You are the movie library. You guys are awesome. To all you guys in here that come and watch every day, that like the videos, thank you so much. That share it, for the people that did super chat today, thank you. I really appreciate that. I did not expect it, and I am super humbled. And for my Patreon subscribers out there, you guys rock. Eventually, we'll be doing the podcast too, and I'll have a lot of you guys on that. I will see you soon, and it really is, as you can tell from my voice, time for tea.